Install johnwickmode.exe, reset, reboot, and get wrecked. Welcome to PUBG Mobile. Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. I'm Bushka, welcome back to the channel. Now today, we're going to be doing a video on the brutal maths of PUBG Mobile. And I don't mean the numbers on the guns, and I don't mean like how many ticks it takes you to die in the blue zone. All that is information. What I'm talking about is the equation, the x plus y equals xy kind of thing, where you want to find out the best practice way to clear the guy who's shooting at you. Now, I'm not going to go too far in depth in the early examples I'm giving you here, but I just want to illustrate a couple of things. One of them is always being aware of your position within the map and the best place you can possibly be. And that's why when I've come out of boot camp, I've exited across to the edge of the river here, and I'm within the circle, but on the edge. That gives me the opportunity, if there is anyone coming at me, and there was, I can use the circle, the zone, and the river to triangulate their position. So they don't really have a lot of choice here. They have to get inside the circle. They're not going to push into the middle of boot camp because they don't know where I am. And if they push over there, then they're going to be wide open. I'll be able to rinse them. So they've got to be coming directly up underneath me. That means that if I go over here to the river where they can't move up on me, this is the worst thing that's going to happen here is it's going to be a head-to-head confrontation. I'm happy with that. The best thing that can happen is that they're pushing up on the position where I was, and I catch them unawares and clear them. Now, this is just the way PUBG Mobile works. And it's really, really important too when you understand that there is a thing called Desync. Now, Desync is particularly brutal to the person that is stationary. The person that is stationary in a Desync situation is the person who is at a disadvantage. Unless your ping is so low and you're literally sitting on the server, like if you're in Japan and you're on 20 ping, then you're doing a lot better than you are sitting still if you're in Australia and you're on 120 ping, which is pretty much what I roll at here, and that's as good as it's going to get for me. But again, I'm in a position where the best practice for me, the best equation, is to cover off the center of the circle with hard cover next to me. I am waiting. I'm going to hear footsteps. There we go. I get behind a rock, so if there is a desync situation, I can take advantage of it. And then I clear the guy on the way in. Okay? These are very, very simple situations. What I want to go and do now is talk about using that same situation, but when you're a little bit out of position. Now, as I'm climbing up the mountain here, just outside of Picado, we're heading east of Picado, you can see that I'm going to see on my right a little target. Let's have a look at that. Hey, tech guy, can you enhance the target? Thank you. No, again, enhance again. Enhance. There it is. Very blurry, but that's a target. Definitely. Enhance. Good enhancing. Now, I'm not inside the circle. Indeed, I am nowhere near inside the circle. I'm 500 meters away, so I'm going to pull up here. I'm going to run into a couple of humans. So as I pull up to stop this bloke as he runs towards the circle, I see two dudes. I see one dude, in fact, and then I see a second dude because I'm like, he's knocked, he can't be alone, and there's two cars there. So generally a good idea thinking that's going to be two dudes. There's the two dudes. Well, that certainly spiked his interest. He's heard a whole heap of people go down in front of him. And he's obviously not going to... Well, no, he has to come this way. There's no way around it. He absolutely 100% has to come this way. I've got a car. I've got two cars. In fact, I've got three cars if I want to drive something that's very easy to get blown up just down below me to the northeast. So even though I don't have the circle, I am closer to the circle than he is. So I'm going to boost up. I'm going to max out my boost here just in case he plays possum and doesn't push in. And then I'm just going to prep, but he does. And we get the kill. We gatekeep him. He didn't have to, we didn't have to be inside the circle. All we had to do was be closer to the circle than he was. One other little tip I want to give you here. If you're in a car and you're pushing on amigos, and your amigo gets knocked, stop pulling up on top of the hill. Pull up underneath the hill. You can see if you pull up on top of the hill, you're going to get rinsed, and then I'm going to blow the car up anyway just in case anyone is knocked and next to it, and I want to get a free kill. This is just how it goes. I mean, cars are good things, but I'm going to knock them. Now, I'm going to break this down because this is something that happens a lot for me in TPP, third party. Just one second. I'm going to slow this down so I can talk you through it. Basically, when you're in close quarters combat, a lot of TPP players will just panic because they really don't like CQC. They don't like CQC. They like being able to control the engagement at range. Now, I make a huge error here. I assume, which is always the worst way to approach any given combat situation. That this guy in the car is pushing in and there is no one else here because he is in a car and he's not dead yet. That's a big error because there is a guy directly behind me who is coming into the area as well. And he is in a vehicle. And that's 2 cars, which is my first area. You can see the car marks pop there, and I start getting hit from the right. Now, I'm quick enough to get behind cover just before I get nailed, but I'm not quick enough to get a heal off. So what I'm going to do is set up and third-party peek. Now, he pushes all the way around. They get out of the car. I see someone running around the side. He's looking into the side of the garage here. Now, as he turns to the left, I'm going to strafe out and spray. Okay, so we're going to thirst him up because the last thing we want to do is get stuck here with a bloke knowing exactly where we were. He was in a buggy, so there's at least another person here. And then the squad that was up below me has pushed up as well. So now I know that I don't want to blow one squad completely from the middle. What I want to do is hit anyone. Oh, hang on, watch out. Now this is great. Watch this back because this is really important. Anything he hits me with here and I'm dead. I break the heel. Now, he is pre-firing before he gets around that second section of the wall. And I go over here and I duck. I break the heel and I duck. And watch the bullets hitting the box in front of me. Because when you pre-fire, your recoil increases. And it might only take you a shot or two to get back on track. But that one thing, that one little edge that you put into your gameplay can literally save your life and let you win a game, which is exactly what's happening here. And then the guys over here who was engaged before, I'm going to look to shoot them underneath the car. Then I'm going to look to clear the car and hopefully blow them up. And these are the things that you need to be doing. Hey, this is the brutal maths of PUBG Mobile. It's why the guns, although they fire at similar speeds, like an M416 takes a little longer to clear like 0.1 of a second longer to clear a level 2 vest. Well, that doesn't sound like a lot, but the victory for PUBG Mobile is in the margins. It's in the detail. It's in the percentages that you don't even really see. And your in-game movement, your knowledge of the weapons, the fact that you tactically beat the other guy can save you even when you're outnumbered, you're outgunned, and you look like coming down in second place. It's not going to do it every time. I mean, I relocate here because he's still behind there, and I just find a position where he has to be visible, and we clear him out. It's not going to work every time, but when it works, it works. And it works because you put yourself in that situation and you deserve the win. If you play smart, even if you don't win, you're giving yourself the best opportunity. And that's all we're talking about here, the maths. You want the maths to work in your favor. You want the end result of the equation to say, instead of a 25% chance in a stupid situation like that, you've got a 50% chance because you did the right thing. I'm Bushka. I hope you guys like that video, and I hope you like the tactical stuff. Until next time, look after yourselves. If you want to become a patron, please do. I like being the head of a huge patron community. It certainly helps keep the lights on around here, pay the mortgage. And as I've said before, my business model is getting enough people in patron that I can keep making videos and keep my job. It's not a business model where I want to come out the other side with the Maserati. It's where I want to make enough money to justify my job to my wife. I love you all. Hope you guys can jump on board as well. And if not, just come and join the Discord server. Plenty of people to chat to here. Until next time, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.